Hi everyone, Tammy here. Welcome to my bookshelf. Today I'm going to do a quick review of this book, and then after I review it, I'm going to tell you about the gifts that come with it when you purchase it as a package through Once Upon a Book Club. So just real quickly, if you're not familiar with Once Upon a Book Club, it is a book club where you purchase a book package, so to speak. The book also includes 4 gifts that come with the book, and then as you're reading the book, you come along a post-it note inside the book like this, and it says open your gift. So whatever page, it actually is like inside the book and it's underneath some text, and then the gift actually relates to something you've just read. I found the experience super duper fun. If these weren't so expensive, they cost about $50 US per box. So for me, that's I wouldn't say it's cost prohibitive, but I don't see me doing this every single month, but I will do this again. I had a really good time with it. I found the experience enjoyable, and the gifts I liked, and I thought they were, I don't know, they weren't chintzy. All right, so first, the book. Like it says here, Circus of Wonders, Elizabeth Macneal, okay? And I gave this a 5 stars. I rarely give a book 5 stars, but I loved this book. Now, I believe on Goodreads it has something like a 3.7 star rating. I have not read what people have said about it as far as negative comments at all yet. I might go do that. So, you know, usually in my reviews I give pros and cons, and so let's start with the pros. Why I love this book so much. It was hard to put down. It had a really interesting premise in that, so there's 3 characters that lead you through. Each chapter is a different character's perspective. However, and there's the 3 characters are Toby, Jasper, and Nell. The main character is Nell. It's her story, and I'm not going to give away any spoilers, by the way. All this stuff is, you know, on here or in the cover or whatever. You know, you can find it online too. So it's not this, whatever I say is not like, you know, information that's going to mess up the ending for you. And I will just say about the ending, I liked it. It was not wrapped up like a neat little bow, but it was enough to make me happy. Okay? And I should warn people, it is a at times heart-wrenching story, so it's not happy, happy, happy all the time. But it's not all bad, so there's a little bad mixed in with a little good. I mean, you know, if your characters have to have bad stuff happen to them, or else there is no dilemma and there's no story, right? So that's what happens. Nell, it's her experience after her father sells her to a circus as a freak, and she has some kind of skin condition where she has splotches all over her body, on her face, on her arms, everywhere. They even make a comment about her sort of having a leopard sort of appearance. But even though she's not happy being sold off, she does make the best of it. She finds a family with this circus, and the characters are all really endearing. Even the character of Jasper, who's not necessarily a good person, you can empathize with him. So yeah, it's her story, and I had a hard time putting it down. I would say if I had to think of a con, my only con was there is one story element that is mentioned throughout the whole novel. The Toby and Jasper are brothers, and there's some sort of, you know, secret that they have that happened when they were away at war, and it's mentioned over and over and over again until you're like, oh my God, tell me already. You know, kind of like by the time you find out the information, it kind of, I felt like it lost a little bit of its, you know, power over my interest. I kind of almost didn't care anymore, really. But that, compared to the rest of the book, it is an amazing book. And in fact, I was so impressed with this book. She has another novel out, and I purchased it. And I'm waiting for that to arrive in the mail any day now. I also have a more detailed written review of this book, so if you're interested in reading that, I have it on Goodreads. If you go to my About section on this channel, I have a link over there. And of course, feel free to follow me on Goodreads as well. All right, so this was my review. Now, if you don't want to hear the rest of this, I'm going to tell you about the 4 gifts that were in part of in the book that came with the book that you read to and then you opened and then read to and you opened. There was 4 of them. I'm going to tell you what those are right now. If you're leaving, please give this a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you later. Okay, if you're sticking around, here's what you get. So the first thing you get, there is a scene that has where you're inside, the characters are, you aren't, the characters are inside of a photography room, tent, it's not a tent, it's like a little trailer, a photography trailer of sorts. This is in the 1800s, by the way. So, and they talk about the photographs being pinned up on with little safety pins. I'm trying to untangle this thing. And so you get this. It is kind of, there's these little safety pins on here. Or not safety pins, what are these called? Clothespins. Clothespins. And it lights up. Woo! Okay. And it comes in this rather cool little box. So this was on page, it was on page 86. So when you get to page 86, you opened this up. Oh, and there was also, in fact, do I have it still in here? Oh, I do. Not only did it come in this box and you got that, it was also this little postcard. All right. So I think that's pretty cool, and I'm going to put that, I'm going to hang that up in my doll crafting room. I have a dolly craft room, the doll studio. Okay. And I'm going to hang it up there, and I don't know if I'm going to put up postcards or pictures. I thought also would be cute. I sew doll dresses, so I thought I could put doll dresses on the little pins. So anyway, I thought that was pretty cute. Very unexpected. So the second item that you got out of the 4 was a pillowcase. And I actually have it on a pillow. As it happens, I just happen to have an old pillow that this fits on. And in the novel, one of the characters has money in a pillowcase, and she opens up the pillowcase and gives the money to somebody else. And so this is a pillowcase, and it has a little pocket thing in the back, and inside of this, and I don't know, I'm not sure where I put them at, were like 4 little faux pretend coins that had a woman's image on them, which I think is maybe supposed to be Nell. I don't know for sure, but isn't that pretty? And it's handy. So, I mean, I've actually been put it back here for me to sit. So anyway, again, I like the fact that it's, I didn't expect it, and it's something usable, okay? A lot of times, some of these things, some of these types of clubs, like, I don't want to say a name, but some of them give you stuff, because it's just a personal opinion. Sometimes you just get a lot of junk, and it's going to be in the Goodwill box at some point. And I didn't feel like that was the case with what I got in the box from Once Upon a Book Club. All right, so the next item, and this I kind of expected because the box was a little bit telling, and I don't know where the box is right now, but it was a ring box. And again, there's a mention of a ring quite a few times. And so, you know, ring box, there's talking about a ring. I was like, okay, obviously there's got to be a ring in there. And there was. And what was funny about this, so in the book, the ring has somebody's initials on it. And so when I opened up the ring box and I looked in there, I was like, oh, okay. So it's a ring that has somebody's initials on it. That's kind of weird. Like, what am I going to do with a ring that has somebody else's initials on it? But then I looked closer and it was a sticker. And then you peeled the sticker off, and you probably can't, and this is my only beef, is like you can almost not read this. In fact, I don't even know. I got to go get my glasses. Yeah, in fact, I had that ring upside down. So here's the ring. You can't possibly read that, but it says, "She will become extraordinary." Yeah, it's fun. And it's not a chintzy ring. I mean, it's pretty heavy duty. It fits me. I personally don't enjoy wearing rings a lot. I have arthritis and stuff with my hands. So right now, in fact, I can't even wear my wedding ring. I'm having to wear this gold ring that my husband bought me years ago because it's just more comfortable. So hopefully he's going to get me a new ring for my birthday or Christmas or something, or fix my rings, I guess. But anyway, so it fits me. I'm not going to wear it forever. Again, it's an unusual gift. I actually have one of my dolls in my doll collection is called a Smart Doll, and it fits her like a bracelet. So she's going to be wearing this. So finally, the fourth gift also was not a huge surprise necessarily, because I could tell by the packaging that it was a book. Boom. Okay. And, you know, a book lover getting a gift as a book is like, how cool is that? And again, they mentioned throughout the novel that a couple of the characters were reading a book of fairy tales, and a couple of the characters also said that their father, you know, Toby and Jasper are brothers, and they a few times mentioned something about how their father used to call them the Brothers Grimm. And so, yeah, we got a book of Grimm's fairy tales. And that's a pretty nice little book. It's very well made. It's got a few illustrations in it. And so, in fact, this is published. It's actually, here we go. So it's got a few illustrations in it. And it's packed. It's got, you know, a lot of these fairy tales and parables, or whatever, fairy tales, I guess, really, are not super long. So the table of contents is quite extensive. Let me see. Yeah, so there's a lot. I don't know if you can even read that, but there's a lot, you know. And obviously these are in the public domain. And so what the book club did was put them together and create a really pretty book and print it themselves. But I don't know if I'm going to read this cover to cover, but it's one of those fun books I could just pick up and read a little story here and there. So, you know, I like it. I was like, yes. All right, so that's my take on Circus of Wonders. Yes, definitely recommend it. In fact, I don't know if this has ever happened to you. If it has, let me know in the comments below. Have you ever read a really, really good book and then, you know, you move on to the next book and just, it's hard to get into it because it's not as good as the book you just read? That's what I'm experiencing right now. Elizabeth Macneal is right on up there as one of my favorite authors right now, and I hope when I read her next novel, which I believe this is her second novel, and the other novel is her first novel, and if I remember correctly, it's called something like The Doll Factory, which, hello, I collect dolls. Though I don't think it has anything to do with really the Doll Factory. I don't know. I can't remember now. I just remember thinking, oh my God, what else has this person written? I have to read it, and holy cow, it's called The Doll Factory. I must buy that. So anyway, that will be in the mail very soon, and yeah, let me know down below if you have read this. Again, don't give any spoilers out for anyone if you have, but I am interested in what other people thought about this book. I can't say enough good things. Thank you for stopping by to see what's on my bookshelf. Bye-bye.